Since here in my human lifetime I've experienced God, I often ask God, what do you, me, I want me to do? When I look deep inside myself, I would say my higher self is when I say, hey, Dan, what do you want to do? And that's my higher self. And when I really get into that space, it's really my higher self. And when I get into, and that's my astral body. And when I really get past that, I get into what God really is. Not subjective, not objective, just there. Just all things that that live, that like that I view expressed as God, But I ask what it is that I need to do, that I should do with the person I am. And the answer I get is to be completely honest. By doing that, by being completely honest, some people aren't going to like what they hear. I mean, believe me, it starts with myself, Dan Alexander, the person that I used to think I was, my name. When I have to tell the truth, that means that I have never had kids. There are children out there who would belong to Dan Alexander in a generic sense, in a gene sense, generic. But I, as an entity, as a being, truly mean it when I try to express my compassion and my love of humanity for them. Now, beyond Dan Alexander, knowing the truth, my flesh body has produced offspring. I happen to value them way more than most parents love their kids or their children. I value the life that has expressed itself, extended through this body to their body. That's the difference. And that's the truth. And I see that magic. I see that happening. I see that spiritual being expressing itself through all things. And no one else does. Being is to be. A being is one thing right here. Be. Right now. ING. Being. There is no one human being. We are all human being. We put an S on the end to make it plural because it's everything all around us that we see on the surface. S. You know, I mean, I'm not trying to put magical words together. This is the truth. So people are so worried about everything that doesn't matter. If you can eat food that is good for you, preferably, not shit that's going to be bad for you, eat food that's good for you. Drink liquids that are healthy for your body. Water and juices, mostly water, that's pure. If we can find that, if we can keep our world clean, keep the outside world clean, because the outside world is what your inside is made of. And everything you see on the outside expresses itself back again in your mind. And if you look around and see, oh, the world's falling apart, you keep thinking it, it's going to keep happening more. You look into your mind and you see a world that you want. A world that you want to be part of. And yes, if you look inside your mind and see a world you want to be part of, and then you come back out of your mind and you go about doing crap that leads to a world that you couldn't be part of that resembles anything like the one that you envision, then you've got yourself turned around backwards doing hypocritical things. You can't envision a world in your mind and be like, I want to see a world of peace, and then go around being like, oh, these people are so stupid. Instead of expressing it in that way, you sort of let them be how they are and keep being the best you can. You can't make anyone else better by being negative to them, and you can't make yourself better by being negative to anything. So, being positive isn't just think positive and make things good for yourself. It's just because thinking positive makes the world around you better. Period. So, a lot of the truth that I'm going to say is deep and it's hurtful. I broke myself into pieces over it. Seeing that my kids don't belong to me whatsoever. I can say, hey, I love you so much, come spend time with me. And they're like, I don't feel like it. And their moms won't make them. And then it ends up being, nope, you're not important as dad. And that's fine. Because dad is just a word we make up. Dad is the pretense to did. Something that I did led me to dad. And I am dedicated. dude. Seriously though, I mean, I want to make it fun because life is meant to be enjoyed. I want to make it creative because life is a great creation, and why not make it a beautiful one? And I will contribute the best I can to a world that deserves to be happy, a world that deserves to be fulfilling and enjoyable. And it is. Just do the things that you find fulfilling and enjoyable. And that shouldn't be violent, gory, lustful, hateful, or aggressive. And if they are, you have to work on yourself. If you think, I don't care, I want to be that way, someday you'll realize that you're messing things up big time. You can do a lot of fun things without harming others. Tons. In fact, everything that you could do would be more fun without harming others unless you want to destroy people and destroy things. Hunting, killing, military, no point. It's not going to get us anywhere, but down in a deeper hole. So let's get our heads together and make this the beautiful place it is. Period.